I'm reading quite a new poem tonight, and it's quite joyous, you know, which is a bit unusual for me. It's about my beautiful summer, which is probably the best of my life. It's called From Gemini to Leo. Queers love the zodiac, we heart it, we chat it, we download apps and exchange it. It's embedded in our being, plastered on our socials. It's the first question we ask at parties. What sign are you? What stars aligned when you were born? Where was the moon, sun, Saturn and Pluto? And how will that affect the likelihood of me sleeping with you? Which it never does, but it's nice to know if you'd be accidentally hooking up with a Scorpio or heaven forbid a Virgo. But anyway, under my sky, I was born a Gemini, a slippery sign to say the least. People take against us, props because they want to be us, because it's the most trans of all the signs is my belief. Twins melted together, quick-witted, 2 in 1. My stars and my identity make the stormy conversation. I embrace it, I celebrate the storm, I am the hurricane. But this is the story about how a Gemini became a Leo a Gemini, a combination of heat and water, hot plus cold enough to create a worldscape to find my way home. The twin lion I became in the blissful heat of August, wrapped in a blue robe, my body bare, left the land of the stars, and a red-headed surgeon, knife in hand, a doorway to freedom. It's the story of how stars collided, transport me to a place I was supposed to be, and it all took place in a little seaside town called Torquay. But wait, I move with too much haste. Let's rewind some time. I had my top surgery 4 weeks ago and I'm happy. Oh my god, I am so fucking happy. It makes me shiver to even write it down. It brings tears to my eyes to even say it out loud. I'm happy. And since that magical moment when I came to be, I've thought about that happiness relentlessly. I've tried to find the words to make it sound poetic and smooth in the way that it should, and I usually would, but I can't. Because before this, I never even knew what it meant to be, to exist in a body without a sense of jeopardy. This story, then, is about the unknown. How a free soul can move constellations, and what words carve that I don't even know. Do they even exist? Were to describe a calm after a chaos state, you thought you'd never escape from the abyss? I never imagined such bliss. I had my top surgery 4 weeks ago and I woke to silence in a recovery room that was filled with noise. In a hospital alive with the rhythm and tones that make up life and death, the ebb and flow of the being, not being conscious, unconscious, and the divine. I felt only silence. The silence that comes from deep, rumbling peace. The silence that comes from never again wanting to do anything to harm this sacred body. A quiet world with space to breathe and a clarity that fills my being and wraps around my mind. I searched for words in those moments of rebirth and turned my head towards the ward window and saw only the stars. And in that instant, I felt everything and nothing, washed pure with relief and belief that I was free from a house that I never quite fitted, that was tidy enough to just about live in, a gated house which I could never call home. But now I'm home. I'm finally home. I had my top surgery 4 weeks ago and the stars have led me to a world of firsts. It's the air to my chest, I breathe deep with sweet relief when I stand in front of the mirror and see the being that matches the kid in my mind. It's the first of my straight back, inches grown taller after a lifetime of cramped ribs, my body an apology. I made myself so fucking small, but for them, never for me. It's the first time I can feel my heart beat on my chest. I lie in the arms of people I love as they touch my skin and keep me safe. It's the first time, which I can't quite believe will now be every time, that I wake up in the morning free from static with an ease and clarity and a lightness born from reaching a trance sublime. And tonight, on this very night, it's my first time feeling shit hot in a brand new white vest top, and if I could high five that 10-year-old kid that was me, then I would. And then I would kneel before him and kiss his feet and take his face in my hands like my hands were his shields. Hold him close and utter, this journey will be hard. There will be pain and loss, and you will feel fear like nothing on this earth, and they will try and break you, but you have the smarts of the trickster twins and the strength of the golden lion, and you will be okay. You will be better than okay. You will be as bright and as powerful as the stars that guide you. You are the stars, I'd whisper. Queers love the zodiac. Like the British have the weather, we have the stars. We trust in them completely. In a world that gives us nothing to trust, we turn to the heavens to guide us, while sitting in the knowledge that it's us. They're the angels that carve out our joy, and the stars are just a map that cradle us, to hold us tight and give us fight in the face of those that dare to tackle us. We are the enchanted, because we choose our song and our light, and we wrap it up in stories and share it like gifts, so we can grow together, close to each other, celebrating one another. So this is my story about the boy who became a Gemini, who became a Leo, who stood tall in the face of mountains and dared to take up brave space in the world. So I ask of you, my starry-eyed queers, help me share my joyous story, spread it far and wide, so that other trans kids might hear it in their darkest moments and know that they are not alone, that we are constellations connected, and that they are the heavens, the magic, and most of all, they are the divine.